Hi there guys, welcome to the Farrington channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to GPU mine KARLSEN on Windows and on Hive OS. I'm also going to be showing you how to set up a wallet, a lot more simple than the wallets that we've been using before or the SLI wallet that they previously showed. So stick through and watch this video and I'll show you guys and teach you a little bit more about KARLSEN and how to set yourself up. Okay, so just before we jump in and we talk about how to mine KARLSEN, let's have a little bit of a look over on their website and learn a little bit more about them. So as you can see, KARLSEN Network is a GPU-centric ghost tag empowering small-scale miners. The KARLSEN project is based on the Casper blockchain and introduces a CPU-centric fork as a solution to the dominance of ASIC mining farms, aiming to empower small-scale miners and enhance decentralization, which I think is awesome. And to be fair, anything that's probably going to fork off Casper is probably going to do pretty well in its overall. I can't really understand directly why the KARLSEN network itself is pumping to the prices and kicking out the profit that it is per GPU at the moment, but it is. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how to set this up, and the first thing that we're going to need to do to get ourselves set up on the KARLSEN network is get ourselves a wallet. Now, the first SLI wallet that they have released is a little bit finicky and is a little bit something that maybe potentially you don't want to set up at the moment. I have seen on Twitter, things like even Rabid Mining saying that he hasn't checked it and that potentially there could be viruses and things like that within that. So I'm just going to stay clear of that, and I will be removing that from the system. But you can now, if you take yourself to their website, I'll leave all the links for you guys down in the description, so don't forget to check that. If you take yourself over to wallet.karlsencoin.com, you can now create yourself a web wallet, which is a lot more safer, and you're able to back up your seed phrase from there and have no worries in what's going to happen from there. So let's go and press on the create new wallet, pop yourself a password in there, anything of your choice. Click on next, copy your seed phrase and make sure that you back this up somewhere safe. So for the sake of this, we will just copy everything that's on this screen here, take ourselves to the desktop, maybe create a little notepad, and like I said, I would never recommend to leave this onto your computer, but I'm just saying for the sake of this, create yourself a little text document, back yourself up, and then take yourself back over to the wallet. Go to next. Make sure that you wrote down your seed phrase, like I said, because you do need this to make sure that you got it right. And then it's saying what's the fourth word. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be engage. And what's the third word? The third word is useless. And then for the 10th word would be what? So there's 12 in there, so that's going to be the victory. Okay, so great success. From this point here, we have now created ourselves a KARLSEN wallet. Like I said, this is a lot more simple than setting up the SLI wallet, which takes a lot of time to actually sync up. And not only does it take a bit of time to sync up, it uses quite a fair amount of your hard drive space. And then also, to actually maneuver to send and receive transactions, it's a bit of a faff. It's similar to the Iron Fish wallet, but in overall terms, it's not simple to use, and it's not something that I want to use personally. So I'm just going to use either an exchange, which I have been mining to, and it had no issues already, and I'm also going to use the web wallet going forward. Like I said, the seed phrase that you just seen for this wallet here will be useless. I'm not going to be using this at all, but for the sake of the video, you can see exactly how to set it up. So all you need to do is copy your wallet address that you've got from here, make sure you have backed up your seed phrase, and then let's move on to finding a pool. So if we take ourselves over to the mining pool stats.stream, you can see here there's various different pools that we can choose from on here. Now, you don't normally want to jump onto the highest hash rate pool because there's normally like a 50% hash rate type of attack, so we normally try to keep ourselves on some of the lower pools. But for myself personally, I do want to make the coins, so I'm just going to be going for what's easier for myself. So I do currently use Hero Miners, so I'm going to be using Hero Miners for the sake of this video. Okay, so let me show you guys how to set this up for Windows, and then we'll show you how to set this up for Hive OS. So what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to grab ourselves a miner as well. So we've got our pool picked. We're going to be using Hero Miners for the sake of this video. We can see here that we've got a pool address that we can copy at the top here, but what we're going to need to do is get ourselves connected. So let's take ourselves over to here. So as you can see, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you have a choice between the SRB miner, LOL miner, and then I think BZ miner does work as as well. Not sure about the Rigel miner, but for the SRB miner, this would be mainly for your AMD miners, and then the LOL miner would be better off for your NVIDIA miners. There is some information out on Reddit that maybe I'll leave down the link in the description where somebody's done some comparisons, but like I say, for the sake of today's video, we're going to be using a LOL miner just because, like I say, we are using a RTX 3090. So make sure that you grab the most up-to-date release to make sure that it has got the massively improved KARLSEN mining performance on there. Like I say, guys, this is absolutely great. So for those of you that are currently running, let's say, like the RX 580s and things like that, these are currently at the moment kicking out and a little bit more of an extra fair amount of boost. So make sure for anybody that hasn't set themselves up on these, check that out. Like I said, I did say that it is performing better on the for NVIDIA for this, but like I say, this is a brand new update. Let's see when this came out, 9 hours ago. So there you go. This is probably the first time anybody's actually saying this, but to be fair, I was probably going to say that probably LOL miner may work out better if it's receiving 45% boosts. Maybe somebody check that out and maybe drop down in the comments if your RX 580s or 500 are making more than they was, or your hash rate has improved. So let's take ourselves over here. Let's download the miner. Let's open this up. Like I said, if you can't extract this, then you may need something like WinZip. Okay, so looking at my desktop now with the LOL miner that we just downloaded, let's drag and drop the folder out there, and that from there now should be extracted. So if we scroll down, we should see that there is actually already set up a bat file for us. So this is really simple to do for those of you that are currently on Windows. So what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to change the wallet address in there. So let's take ourselves back over to the browser and take ourselves back over to the wallet. Like I say, guys, I'll leave the link for you down in the description if you don't know where to check for all this information. So I'm going to go in here, paste in the wallet address, paste that into there, and then I'm going to rename this 3090 for the sake of the video. Now what you're going to do is, as well, for the pool there, as you can see, the pool address isn't correct, so we're going to need to take ourselves back over to the mining pool stats and pick ourselves any pool that we'd like to pick. Or, like I say, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using Hero Miners because that's what I'm already using. And then I'm going to take myself over to here, and I'm going to paste in the correct pool address for the pool that we want to use. And before I forget, we will need to add on the port address on there. So let's take ourselves back over to the Hero Miners mining pool. And if you can see down here, you can see 1195, and also copy the dots there as well because they are necessary. Now let's paste those onto there. Remove the space, and the dots didn't come, so we'll put the dots back there, and let's press that as save. Now, assuming that this is set up all correctly, we should be able to just double click onto the KARLSEN bat file, and we should be now successfully mining on to KARLSEN. So there we are. You can see that we are successfully now mining onto KARLSEN. So what I'm going to do now is jump over and show you guys how we can set this up onto our Hive OS rig. Okay, now, so setting yourself up to mine KARLSEN on Hive OS is very simple to do. Now, the first thing that we're going to need to do is take ourselves over to our wallets tab, and from there, we're going to then add ourselves a wallet in, and then we will go from there. So if we take ourselves over to the wallets page, and we go on to the add wallet, you're going to type in there for the coin ticker, you're going to type in KARLSEN. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves back over to the wallet.karlsen.com. We're going to log in with our password that we created. And then we are going to wait for the receive address to pop up, and let's copy that address there. Paste the wallet address into the address section, and then name the wallet anything that you would like. So for myself, I'm just going to name this KARLSEN Test. As I say, I won't be using this wallet directly, and then I'll be going ahead and pressing on the create option from there. Now what we're going to need to do is set ourselves up a flight sheet. So if we take ourselves over to the flight sheets tab, we can see, if we scroll down a little bit, we can see that there is actually a KARLSEN token there now. Since we've added ourselves a wallet, we're going to pop in the KARLSEN test there, and then we're going to configure in miner. Now, like I say, I'm using a 2070 for the Hive OS rig, so we're going to be using the LOL miner for this, and we're going to go into the setup miner config. We're going to find the KARLSEN in there. We're going to use the wallet template for that, and we'll also add on there the worker name as well. For the pool, we're going to take ourselves back over to the pool. We're going to copy the pool address right there at the bottom, take ourselves back up to the top, and then paste in the pool server from there. Okay, let's copy the port, house it one in the port. Let's paste that in there just like that, and from here I don't think there's anything extra configment arguments that we can put in there at the moment, just purely because we do not have all the update settings and things that we're going to need for the KARLSEN algorithm just yet. So let's press on the apply. Then you're going to want to name your flight sheet that you just created. So like I said, for myself, I'm going to call this KARLSEN test. So just make sure that you have got everything set up correctly. So you've got your algo in there, you've got your wallet, and you've got your worker name, you've got your pool address, you've got your port in there, and you can throw in that as well. Okay, so press on the apply, make sure you press on the create a flight sheet. Now let's take ourselves up to the top and click on the worker of choice. And as you can see here, currently already mining on KARLSEN at the moment. So if we take ourselves over to our flight sheets, we can see all the flight sheets that are set up currently at the moment. Like I say, you're more than welcome to have a little look through and make sure everything's correct on there. But like I say, we do need to make sure that when we set up our miner, that we do have KARLSEN hash, you know, within there. But let me just take ourselves back over to the KARLSEN test. Let me just edit on the miner there. And for the sake of the video, let's throw this on to, for the miner, let's change this over to SRB miner, just because I'm noticing there with the part that I just did prior, that potentially that the KARLSEN hash was not even into that section there. So there we are. So maybe make sure that you're using the SRB miner on there. They have actually done a bit of, you know, a few updates, so that it's worth, you know, adding that point, you know, onto there. So, you know, simple as copy the wallet address, do the pool address, and for the server pool and port, we're going to type in, let's go back and copy that from here. Let's take ourselves back there and paste that into there. And you can throw in anything there that you think would be necessary. But like I said, for this, we won't be using any of the CPU or anything like that. And let's click on the apply changes. Like I say, we've still got the name already set up in there correctly. If we press on the update, then we take ourselves over to the rocket and we press on the rocket. From this point here, we should now be successfully set up to mine KARLSEN. And like I said, maybe I'll do a few more updates for you guys. I have already done some 24-hour videos, some shorts and things like that on the channel. Feel free to check those out and make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, let me know down in the comments, was you guys having issues with setting up yourself a KARLSEN wallet with the SLI after watching a few other people's videos. Like I said, I think the web wallet is going to be perfectly fine. You can save your seed phrase. Just make sure to back up your seed phrase somewhere nice and safe. Do not just leave that on the front of your desktop. Like I said, the address that's here today, like I said, I will be deleting that and I will be going and creating myself a brand new fresh one for the sake of my own mining. But like I said, I just wanted to make sure I could do a quick update video, show you guys exactly how you can mine this and get yourself set up correctly and safely without having any issues or sitting around trying to be an advanced tech guy with the SLI wallet, because it doesn't make any sense and I won't be using it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.